So how did this thing unfold exactly?
Shoot, man. It's just, I really don't know how to answer that right now. It's just basically, I have a great passion and a great love for the game of basketball. I always have. And, I've talked with some of the basketball guys, and I've talked with my family, I've talked with the coaches, and it just seemed like something like, why not, basically. It's something I feel like I can do, at a successful level with both sports, and so I'm going to try it out and see what happens.
When's the last time you actually seriously played basketball?
The last time I played in a real legit game would have been June, right before I came down here. So, I don't know the exact math, but probably around 2 years ago. I've played pickup games, nonstop since that point. Obviously, it's not the same, but, it's not like you completely forget how to play a sport.
What spots do you play on the floor? What kind of player would you be?
I've always played 3 through the 5, whatever that team needed. For my AAU team, I was more of a 3 and a 4. For my high school team, I was a 4 or a 5. So it's just whatever coach needs, and I'm just there to be a team player, and whatever the team needs, that's what I'll do.
You see people, football players, play basketball, but you don't see a lot of quarterbacks just because of the workload involved. What will that be like for you? And obviously there's injury concerns.
Right. Anytime you think about an injury, you're going to get hurt. It's my nature. When I'm playing sports, I don't think about getting hurt. It's part of the game. Obviously it happens, but it's something that never crosses my mind. And as far as the workload goes, I can't answer that question right now. I don't know what it will be like, but the biggest reason why I'm making this jump right now is I know what it takes to be a Pac-10 quarterback, and I think I kind of have that established now. So now that one sport's established, I'm going to venture and try to take on a second.
Your staying power in basketball, will that be determined at all by how much you play, or how would that be determined?
If I come back for another year?
No. I'm saying, will you stick with the team only if you're going to be playing
basketball?
Or?
I'm making this commitment right now to play for the ASU basketball team this season. So if that means I end up being a scout team player for the entire season, then I'm going to stick it out, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do my best to get those guys who are playing, ready for the game. If I end up getting solid minutes, then that's awesome. That's why you play sports. You play to compete. But no matter what the situation ends up being this year, I'm there for the entire season and to help the team out.
I don't know if you know, but you're following in some pretty good footsteps. Todd Heap, I think, was the last guy that did both sports.
Right, and I heard about that actually after I made the decision, and that's a pretty cool thing. I'd love to sit down and talk to Todd about it sometime, and just get his perspective on the issue. But looking forward to it.
It's been reported that you committed to Gonzaga at one time. Is that accurate, and how far did that progress?
Yeah, it was accurate. When I was going to the All-American camp, the Nike All-American camp my freshman year, right out of high school, I went and took an unofficial trip over to Gonzaga and just fell in love with everything right away, and committed to them, and I held that commitment strong all the way up to the end of my junior year, when I decided to switch sports entirely and come to ASU.
How rusty are you right now?
I've been going in and doing a little bit on my own, with the free time that I have, and to be real, I feel pretty good right now. Obviously, I won't know exactly where I'm at until we get into a game-like situation or a scrimmage or something in practice, but so far everything seems pretty cool. But I got a lot of work to do, but more importantly, I'm just focusing on the football season. That's the main thing right now. We got to go out and get 3 wins in 3 weeks. So football is the #1 priority. It always, it's going to stay like that. But this is something I want to try out.